Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing swatches with you from the August polish pickup. If you don't know what polish pickup is, every month a bunch of different indie makers get together and they make one polish based off of one theme, and this month's theme is At The Carnival. These will be available August 2nd through the 5th on the polish pickup site. In the description box below I will link that site where you can find it. I will also link all the indie makers and their sites. You can't purchase these individually, only on the polish pickup site. It is a good brand representation though if it's something that you're interested in further exploring. There's about a 3-week turnaround time though, so after you place your order, about 3 weeks after that is when they will start going out. It gives all of the makers time to make, bottle, label, and ship their polishes to the polish pickup headquarters, and then they distribute it out from there. So it is about a 3-week turnaround time. I have 9 of the 130 some odd things to look at on the site. So let's go ahead and get started. So first from Anchor and Heart Lacquer, we do have their Mermaid Tears Root Beer 5 Free Deep Nutrition Base Coat. This was inspired by their favorite carnival beverage, which would be root beer. It will retail for $8.50 and there's a cap of 180 bottles. So Tiny Partner decided to join us. Hopefully that's okay. I know sometimes with him being in the background and stuff, it disturbs a lot of people. So Mermaid Tears is described as a deep nutrition treatment, which can also be worn as a base coat or on its own as rehab treatment for brittle or weak nails. The moisturizing formula contains a smoothing complex that seals down keratin cells plus amino acids to help stimulate the formation of new keratin cells while the weak section grows out. So it's super hydrating and strengthening base coat, or you can wear it on its own. So I wore 2 coats of this on its own. I did show you what that looks like, and then over that I stamped, and then on top of that I used their Very Fast top coat as well as their Sea Glass matte top coat in that manicure. So I really like this. It does have a super strong smell and it smells for hours on end after application. I had this on under my other Harry Potter manicure and it lasted for multiple days before I had to take it off to continue swatching. So in my swatch photo you're going to see 2 coats of the Mermaid Tears Root Beer base coat plus the stamping, and their glossy top coat and their matte top coat. Yeah! He's so nasty! So up next from Anchor and Heart Lacquer we have Nouveau Cirque. So this was inspired by the contemporary or new Cirque du Soleil. It's described as a royal blue jelly packed with green to teal shifting aurora shimmer, a delicate micro hollow flaky, and various iridescent flakies that shift from orange to pink, aqua to purple, fuchsia to lime, and blue to green. This will retail for $13 and there is no cap. So this one has a really good formula. It's completely opaque in 2 to 3 coats. I did do 3 coats for this one just to cover all my bases. I had a couple little lighter spots to cover up. If you're more careful with your application, you should be able to get this just fine in 2 coats. This one you will want a glossy top coat for. It does dry a little bit on the dull side as well as slightly textured because of all the flakes that are in here. So you will want a top coat for that reason. This one also looks really, really beautiful matte though, and I do highly recommend their matte top coat. The formula on this is very smooth and easy to apply. Nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove. It doesn't stick to your nail like glitter, and these aren't the flakes that make those large messes upon removal. So in my swatch photo you're going to see 3 coats of Nouveau Cirque and a glossy top coat. So pretty, so pretty. So up next from Blush Lacquer we have Le Cirque de Reves. The inspiration for this is the Night Circus novel by Erin Morgenstern, and it is described as a black base with a violet to pink to red to orange to gold shifting shimmer and hollow flakies. This will retail for $11 and there is no cap. So this has a really good, really smooth formula. I expect absolutely nothing less from Blush. Their brushes are super easy to use. They have the kind of curved end and they're just wide enough that they're not going to flood my sidewall. Personally, if you have more of a C-shaped nail, that might be a little bit of cleanup for you, but overall, super great brush on this, super great formula on this polish in general. It takes 2 to 3 coats to build up to opacity. I did stop at 2 coats. I definitely could have gone in for a 3rd coat. This was right there on the border of needing that 3rd coat. The formula here though is very smooth and easy to work with. I didn't have any issues with getting the flakes. The shimmer, the shifty shimmer, stood out really nicely on the nail. This is going to look beautiful again, both glossy and matte. That matte top coat, if you add it, the shimmer still stands out in it, and I love how it looks because those kind of hollow flakes that are in there mattify and they almost look platinum. So it looks really, really nice against the kind of deeper base with the shifty shimmer and the like matte platinum look. It's really, really beautiful. So anyway, I'm going on. In my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Le Cirque de Reves and a glossy top coat. So up next from Colores de Carol, we have Feather Parade. This was inspired by the Feather Parade, and it's described as a solar polish that changes by sunlight. So this is a hot pink when it's like inside, and it's a violet when it's outside in the sun. This also has an Aurora Shimmer and Ultra Chrome Chameleon Flakies, and it'll retail for $12.50 with no cap. So the formula on this is fantastic. It's very easy to use. It built up to opacity in just 2 coats for me. These flakes came out like a dream. Buttery smooth, no running or pulling or staining. Very just user-friendly and easy to work with. You gonna show them the polishes? So the flakes that are in here are going to stand out really nicely against this base color in both the kind of shaded state as well as the sunlight state. You will want a top coat to finish this off because it does dry down on the dull side. You could get away with matte top coat on this one. This isn't the kind of flakes that I like my matte top coat with, so it's all personal preference. It will help those flakes stand out, but you won't get like the shifty elements that you would normally get if you have it glossy. This is going to dry slightly textured because of all those flakes, but nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Feather Parade and a glossy top coat. God bless you! 2 times! So up next from Indie Polish by Patty Lopes, we have Woman in the Air. The inspiration for this is a human cannonball, and it's described as a pale gray crelly with micro flakies, dark gray and red glitter, red shimmer, and a silver hollow micro glitter. This will retail for $12, and there's a cap of 80 bottles available. So this one is totally my style of polish. I think this is really, really beautiful. The formula on this is great. It does build up to opacity in just 3 coats for a lighter color with these more dainty glitters in it. It's very, very nice. I think this one kind of has a Halloween-esque feel, which is something that I'm really, really excited for lately. So I really, really enjoy this one. This one is going to dry with a slight texture because of all the glitter that's in here. You will want 1, maybe 2 coats of a glossy top coat to finish this off, just to give it that kind of extra oomph as far as your finish goes. And removal isn't super bad. Most of everything that's in here is really, really small. So it shouldn't take too much scrubbing. It shouldn't be too difficult to remove. If you still want to avoid that, I would recommend wearing a peel-off base coat. Your manicure will only last for a couple of days, but you won't have to scrub glitter off, so pick your battles. But in my swatch photo, you're going to see 3 coats of Woman in the Air and a glossy top coat. Very nice. So next from KB Shimmer, we have Mirror Mirror in the Stall. The inspiration for this is the paper-framed band and celebrity mirrors from the 80s and the 90s. It's described as a hollow base loaded with micro hollow flakies and a gold to green to pink Aurora Shimmer. So the formula on this one is fantastic. It does take 2 coats to be completely opaque. I fully expected it to be one of those polishes that could double as a topper, so it would take at least 3 coats to build up to mostly opacity on its own. I was blown away. The shimmer that's in here is super shifty on the nail. You get all 3 colors with absolutely no issue, and I feel like even at extreme angles you're going to get more colors that it shifts to, so really, really enjoy that. This one does dry down on the dull side, so you will want a glossy top coat to finish that off, and it will also help the hollow that's in here stand out even more. This is going to dry with a slight texture, so a top coat will help that as well, but nothing in here is going to take any kind of scrubbing to remove. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Mirror Mirror in the Stall and a glossy top coat. So next from LynB Designs, we have They See Me Flyin'. So this was inspired by the maker's jelly shoes catapulting off her feet when she was riding on the swing ride. It's described as a warm pink base filled with pink to copper to violet shifting shimmer, 2 different varieties of blue ultra chrome chameleon flakies, and micro hollow shreds. This will retail for $12 and there's a cap of 225 bottles available. So this one has another really good formula. I didn't have any kind of running or pooling or staining with this one. The formula is a little bit on the thicker side, but it does have that thickness where it stays right where you put it. You get a good amount of flakies out without having to do any kind of fishing. It's one of those kind of kitchen sink polishes where you're going to look at it and you're going to see something different every time. Every nail is going to look a little bit different, so I actually really like that. I got this one completely opaque in just 2 coats, depending on your application. You may want to go in for a 3rd coat. You will want a glossy top coat to finish this off. It does dry decently textured. Most of what's in here are flakes, so it's not going to take super scrubbing to remove. I did notice that these hollow bits that are in here do want to stick to your nail upon removal. They're not as bad as like a glitter would be for taking off, but they are noticeably harder to remove than the flakes that are in here. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of They See Me Flyin' and a glossy top coat. Yeah. So next from my brand Pampered Polishes, we have WTFunnel. So this was inspired by funnel cakes. It's described as a nude putty crelly loaded with different size red and white matte and metallic glitters. It will retail for $12 and there is no cap. So I think the formula on this is good. I tried to make it more of a thinner crelly formula because I have had people say that my crellies are on the thicker side, so I tried to thin this one out as much as I could without having the glitter sink. So I feel like the formula is pretty good and easy to work with. It does take 3 coats to build up to opacity, and those 3 coats you're also going to help the glitters build up. This is one of those polishes where you will get maximum glitter payoff if you hold the bottle upside down for about 15 to 20 seconds before applying it, but it's not necessary to get the glitters. It's just for like a maximum glitter payoff kind of look. I did not do that for my swatch video. Had I done that, the glitter would have been probably double that than you see. So this one is going to dry with a slight texture because of all the glitter that's in here. You will want a glossy top coat to finish this off, and the glitter that's in here is going to take a little bit of scrubbing to remove. If you don't like the process of removing glitter, you will want to use a peel off base coat. Your manicure will only last a couple of days, but you won't have to deal with scrubbing off nail polish and glitter. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 3 coats of WTFunnel and a glossy top coat. And lastly for today from Rogue Lacquer, we have Best Day Ever. That's LynB Designs, you silly. The inspiration for this is the classic vintage carnival colors. It's described as a turquoise blue crelly with red to copper to bronze and cyan to magenta ultra chrome chameleon flakies. This will retail for $12.50 and there is a cap of 370 bottles available. So this one has a really smooth formula, very easy to work with. It does take 3 coats to build up to opacity. You are more so building up the flakes that are in here than you are building up the base color. The base is tinted, but there are so many flakes in here that it overtakes it. This one is going to dry slightly dull. You will want a top coat to finish this off. This is one of those that's going to look beautiful glossy, and it's going to look beautiful matte, and it's going to look beautiful on all skin colors. This is just a really universally flattering polish, so I really, really like this one. It does have a good formula. You don't have to work to get those flakies out. You don't have to work to get them to spread out evenly across the nail or anything like that. So while it is going to dry slightly textured, it's not going to be difficult to remove. He's singing his ABCs. It's not going to be difficult to remove, so you won't need like a peel-off base coat or clear acetone for removal. But in my swatch photo, you're going to see 3 coats of the Best Day Ever and a glossy top coat. Yay! And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know what you're planning on picking from this month's polish pickup. Would you plan on picking up from this month's polish pickup? My list currently consists of Polish, Polish for Days, and Cadillacquer. I haven't done too much exploring on the site. I feel like I get into more trouble when I plan out what I want to purchase. So I'm going to get those 3 and then I'm going to allow myself 1 or 2 more while I'm on the site. So let me know what you plan on picking up. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye.